one of my favorite things actually is stew chicken with Dhalpuri.
Yeah, yeah,
Stew chicken and curry chicken and Dhalpuri is like
yeah, yeah.
Dhalpuri versus bus up shot. That would depend on what I'm eating it with. Totally. It's very dependent on those things.
Okay.
On the curry we having, or the tal curry as we say, or the choka. Like Dhalpuri and tomato choka, yes. Tomato choka and paratha, maybe not. Pumpkin tal curry and paratha, yes. Pumpkin and the Dhalpuri, it's you know, if we have to eat it, we'll eat it. You know? But other than that, you know, it always depends on what we're having it with. It's like the right bread for your burger or the right bread, you know, the right type of dough for pizza, some kind of thing, you know. My mother has always told me, my grandmother, which let's date back 50, 60 years, when she was cooking for her 7 children, making a mound of Dhalpuri. And the prep for that was boiling the dal and grinding it on a sill, which is like these 2 heavy stones. I have one in the kitchen, I'm to show you. It's at least 150 years old. It was passed on from her mother. So we're looking at more than 100 years. We're going as far back as when the indentured laborers were still functioning as indentured laborers. But funny enough, my father's side of the family is from India. And they had never heard of Dhalpuri before. They make other stuffed rotis. There's the Gujaratis make something called puran puri, where they take it's a sweetish dal, I think it's tur dal, and they make it almost the same way with a dough, and they stuff it and they roll it out. Then there are the stuffed naans.
Right.
There's pashari naan, there's paneer naan, and all those things. So stuffing a roti has been going around, been done for a long time in India. We can agree on that. But taking the split peas as we do down here and how we cook it down here, it's uniquely Caribbean.
Yeah.
And Indian food generally, there like our food all comes from Bihar, and the dialect our elders spoke to us Bhojpuri. So I don't even know if it's a Bhojpuri word, Dhalpuri. Dal can be any bean referred to as a dal, right? We make dal with. It can be split peas, it can be mung beans, it can be kidney beans. We all refer to them as dal, right? And then puri. Puri, the next word, refers to a particular type of roti in Indian cuisine, which is normally a fried roti. So it has always kind of I've always wondered about that, because there are rotis called, for instance, there's some called fussy puri, which is where they take flour and the Durham wheat flour, actually, chapati flour, and they put some spices in that and some oil. And they roll it out in small discs and they fry that till it becomes very crispy, and it's a snack. And then there's masala puri, which is like similar to our bara, much thinner. And you'll have that with chokas and small little, sabzi or vegetables. So then we have Dhalpuri. So you're trying to figure out where and how did we end up with this? Did one of our ancestors, decide that they wanted to have something from home, but all they had was dal and the flour, and let's make a stuffing? And to me, any person, any culture that ends up in another country and they don't have their home ingredients with them anymore, they would improvise. They would find something, to get some close to that. And to me, a lot of our food, our local Indian food, Indian cuisine, a lot of it looks improvised from some other dishes.
This is a dough.
which we already need with the little salt, flour, and a little bit of butter. And now we just fill in the grind dal that we made, season up with salt, jeera, pepper, garlic. That's it for the filling. And now we fill it into the dough.
People hold Dhalpuri so close to their hearts in Trinidad and Guyana and Suriname and these places. People hold Dhalpuri really close to their heart, and who makes the best Dhalpuri? Everybody's mother makes the best Dhalpuri, and we know this. All right. I'd even tell you, my mother and my grandmother makes some of the best Dhalpuri I've ever had. But is Dhalpuri a personal thing, like for each home? Is it like a doubles? Does everybody have their personal preference? I've been meaning to explore that, and it's something that puzzles me as well, because some people may like one Dhalpuri and some people may not like another person's Dhalpuri. So a perfect Dhalpuri starts with actually the dal for me. Eh? If the dal isn't seasoned properly, isn't cooked properly, isn't flavorful enough, I'm gonna stop eating it. If the dal is too dry inside, if it's too dry and crumbly and falling out a little too much, to make the perfect Dhalpuri, the filling kind of sticks inside a little bit. Even when you break it, some's gonna fall out. We can't prevent this. It's a stuffing, it's gonna come out. But some of it sticks inside, so when you pick up your little bit of curry or whatever you're having with it, it goes together. The roti on the outside, silky, soft. Sometimes I even want it a little crispy after I put it back on the tower, depending on what I'm eating. In the past, I've experimented by making Dhalpuri burritos and crisping it up on the outside and this kind of thing. Fun times, but that's my perfect Dhalpuri. Soft on the outside, silky, not too chewy, so I know there's not too much gluten development on the outside, and we all know that comes from over kneading, of course, that outside, and moist, of course.
Tighten it real good here, so you won't have the roti bursting and open.
Alright, gotta make sure they're tight so that it don't burst.
Right, yeah.